Are you tired of the same old song and dance, Leafs Nation? Are you utterly exasperated by the annual ritual of hope, followed by the crushing, inevitable disappointment? Just when the sting of another playoff exit, compounded by the gut-wrenching departure of Mitch Marner, threatened to plunge us into a familiar abyss of despair, a new whisper, a tantalizing possibility has emerged from the shadows. Could this be it? Could the Toronto Maple Leafs finally be making the bold, decisive move that doesn't just patch a hole, but truly ignites a championship fire? A fire that burns bright even after the biggest names have signed elsewhere? For years, the narrative has been a cruel loop. Regular season brilliance, followed by postseason collapse. The core has been questioned, the management scrutinized, and the fan base, bless their loyal hearts, has endured more agony than any group of supporters should. But now, with the unexpected news of a strategic shift in focus from free agency to the trade market, a glimmer of genuine, unadulterated hope is piercing through the familiar gloom. July 1st has come and gone, and with it, the frenzy of NHL free agency has largely subsided. All the big-name players, the ones who typically command headlines and massive contracts, have found new homes. Yet, for the Toronto Maple Leafs, the off-season work is far from over. In fact, it's just beginning to heat up. General Manager Brad Treliving, a man under immense pressure to finally deliver a true contender, has openly admitted what many in the league already suspected. The free agent market, particularly for top-six forwards, was thin to begin with, and what little talent was available has already been snapped up. This isn't a setback, it's a strategic pivot. Treliving, ever the pragmatist, recognizes that the path to upgrading his roster, especially after the significant loss of Mitch Marner, lies not in the dwindling pool of unrestricted free agents, but in the high-stakes world of the trade market. If you're looking for a top-six forward, there wasn't a long list of them, Treliving candidly stated, laying bare the reality of the free agency landscape. This isn't a general manager making excuses, it's a clear declaration of intent. The Leafs are not interested in settling for a stopgap solution or a player who doesn't genuinely move the needle. They are hunting for impact, for a player who can truly fill the void left by Marner and elevate their offensive attack. And here's where it gets truly interesting. Toronto has the cap space to make it happen. According to Puckpedia, the Maple Leafs currently boast a healthy $4.98 million in salary cap flexibility. This isn't just pocket change, it's a significant war chest that gives Treliving ample room to maneuver in the trade market, to absorb a substantial contract, and to make a legitimate run at a difference maker. The decision to hold onto this cap space, rather than splurging on July 1st, was a calculated gamble, one that Treliving believes will pay off. We would have liked to use our cap space earlier today, Treliving told reporters, acknowledging the immediate desire to improve. If there's not the right fit to use it on, we'll take the flexibility right now. We've got lots of time in front of us before we start the season, so we're certainly going to be looking to add. This patient, methodical approach speaks volumes. It indicates a clear vision, a refusal to make a move just for the sake of it. Treliving later elaborated, emphasizing the importance of addressing the top six box with precision. If we've got a box there that we call the top six box, we're trying to give ourselves as much flexibility rather than spending and not addressing that need, he explained. And having some flexibility if an opportunity comes up later down the road, again, whether that be trade or otherwise. And that's probably the path right now that we're looking more closely at. This isn't just about adding a body, it's about adding the right body, a player who fits seamlessly into their top two lines and provides the offensive punch they desperately need. With Treliving's clear mandate, the anticipation for who Toronto could be looking to acquire is palpable. The rumor mill is churning, and several intriguing names have emerged as potential top six forward trade targets for the Maple Leafs. Let's dive into the possibilities, each with its own unique blend of opportunity and challenge. First up, a familiar face who almost donned the blue and white before. Mason Marchment of the Seattle Kraken. The Maple Leafs have had a keen interest in the left winger in the past. In fact, Sportsnet's Elliot Friedman reported that the team was disappointed when Marchment was traded to the Seattle Kraken, a clear indication of their desire to acquire him. Marchment, now 30 years old, has one more year left on his contract at a manageable $4.5 million cap hit, making him an attractive option for a team with cap flexibility. The Dallas Stars traded him to free up cap space, but the Kraken, under general manager Jason Botterill, might be less inclined to move him, especially as they look to become more competitive. In theory, Marchment would slot perfectly onto the second-line left wing for the Leafs, bringing a blend of size, speed, and scoring touch. For the past 3 seasons with the Stars, he's averaged a respectable 15-21 of ice time. His best season came in 2023-24, when he scored 22 goals and tallied 53 points in 81 games. He was solid last season, too, matching his goal total from the previous campaign with 22 goals and recording 47 points in just 62 appearances, making it his best season in terms of goals and points per game average. He was on pace to score 29 goals and about 62 points if he had played the entire 82-game season. Marchment represents a proven commodity, a player who could immediately contribute and provide a physical presence in the top 6. Next, a name that evokes a powerful, almost wistful longing among Leafs fans, Nazem Kadri of the Calgary Flames. Kadri has been deeply missed by Leafs fans ever since he was traded to the Colorado Avalanche in the 2019 offseason, a move that sent shockwaves through the fan base. Toronto received defenseman Tyson Barrie and center Alexander Kerfoot in return, but neither player truly panned out, leaving a lingering sense of what if. Since Treliving took the general manager job, he's shown a clear interest in his former player. Just last year, early in the season, it was widely reported that Toronto kicked tires at acquiring the Calgary Flames center, a testament to Kadri's enduring appeal and impact. However, acquiring Kadri, now 34, would be slightly more difficult than Marchment. The biggest challenge in trading for him is taking on his contract. Kadri has 4 more years on a deal worth a hefty $7 million per season that would undoubtedly force Toronto to give up significant roster pieces to meet the cap, making it a complex puzzle to solve. While it may be unlikely given the financial gymnastics required, the return of Kadri to Toronto would, in some ways, break the internet. It would be an emotional reunion, a chance for a fan favorite to return and potentially help finish what he started. Finally, an intriguing, under-the-radar option that could provide immense value, Pavel Zacha of the Boston Bruins. Zachcha is a name that isn't talked about a ton in Toronto as a potential target, but David Pagnotta of the Fourth Period reported that the Boston Bruins are actively taking calls on him. The 28-year-old is fairly affordable at $4.75 million AAV for the next 2 seasons, making him a financially palatable option. In addition, he is an extremely versatile forward who can play both wings as well as center, offering invaluable flexibility to the Leafs coaching staff. His best version is a consistent 20-goal scorer who puts up 50 to 60 points in a season. While he's generally considered to be a second-line forward, he's a responsible player who can be leaned on in all situations. Last year with the Bruins, he finished the campaign averaging over 19 minutes per game, a testament to his reliability. With that ice time, he recorded 14 goals and 47 points on a Boston team that many expect to continue falling in the standings after their recent struggles. Moving on from Zachcha wouldn't be shocking for the Bruins as they look to retool. The only question is if the Leafs have the assets the Bruins would demand to acquire the talented Czech native. Zachcha represents a smart, cost-effective acquisition who could provide consistent production and defensive responsibility. The Maple Leafs' pursuit of a top-6 forward via trade is more than just a roster adjustment, it's a statement. It's a clear signal from Brad Treliving that he understands the urgency, the frustration, and the burning desire of Leafs Nation for a true contender. Whether it's the familiar spark of Mason Marchment, the emotional homecoming of Nazem Kadri, or the versatile reliability of Pavel Zachcha, each potential target offers a unique solution to the team's critical need. The decision to hold onto cap space, to patiently wait for the right opportunity, speaks to a disciplined approach that prioritizes impact over immediate gratification. This isn't just about adding talent. It's about adding the right talent, a player who can genuinely help the Leafs overcome their playoff demons and finally break through. The coming weeks and months will be crucial as Treliving navigates the complex world of NHL trades, seeking that elusive piece that could finally turn hope into triumph. So, Leafs Nation, which of these potential targets excites you the most? Do you yearn for the return of a beloved former Leaf, or are you more intrigued by a fresh face who could bring a new dynamic to the top six? Let us know your thoughts, your trade proposals, and your unwavering predictions in the comments below. And if you're as gripped by this unfolding drama as we are, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe for all the breaking news and in-depth analysis as the Maple Leafs embark on their most critical off-season hunt yet.